Where I am now, better than before, through those open doors. Where I am now, I'm in a special place. I'm telling all the place where I am now. It's now time for the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. That's FYI Radio Show with your host, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton. I'm Ed Everett, the co-host. The music that you hear in the background is none other than Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton, Where I Am Now. And if you'd like to see us live in WMVA 88.9 FM, WGPL 1350 studio, all you have to do is go to Edward Everett's Facebook page, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton's Facebook page, and guess what? You can see us live right here in the studio. And if you want to hear us all over the world, all you have to do is go to WPCE 1400 AM.com or 1350 AM.com. Click and listen live. And now I want to introduce to some and present to others the host of the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton, and a pleasant good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. E. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Happy New Year's to you, and welcome, and welcome back.
Happy New Year, everybody. I tell you, it's been a minute. It was a wonderful, wonderful holiday / vacation. But we're back here on the grind, and the weather is absolutely free.
That's right. The weather is so cold outside, it ain't funny. The weatherman said it's 30 degrees on the outside. We'll get a little sun, but guess what? It's a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood.
It really is. I don't mind the cold. I mean, hey, it's winter. What do you expect?
How was your vacation? Tell our listening audience, how was the vacation?
Vacation was absolutely faboo, but also the holidays. It was just absolutely wonderful, Mr. E. Had a great time, family, out of town sometime during the holidays. A wonderful Christmas with Young Women Achieving Success. Crystal Community Corporation is a sponsor. It was just awesome. Decorations, trees, lights. I really enjoyed it. It was really a wonderful time.
That was wonderful, but now it's time to roll up your sleeves, and it's 2025. And guess what? It's time to go to bed.
2025. Well, I was working a little bit then too, but hey, it was mostly chill back time, good times, fun times, family time, food. Mr. E, did you eat a lot during your holiday?
I ate a little bit during the holiday. I didn't eat a whole lot because I'm really trying to get rid of my Dunlap in 2025.
You got rid of it in 2024.
Well, in 2024 I had gotten rid of my Dunlap, but I decided to eat some holiday eating, a little cake and a little candy, and you name it.
Wow.
Bending that elbow, having a wonderful time.
Well, I tell you what, it's good to be back. Happy 2025. We can expect great things.
That's right. And don't do anything. Some people make those resolutions,
and that's okay.
And they said by February they gone.
Well, sometimes they sure are the next day. I know a few people broke theirs already.
Already?
Some people broke theirs already, but that's all right. Others are saying it's a continuation of 2024, which it is. But, celebrating a new year, your mind wants to be clear. You want to, do better, bigger and better things. And it's okay. I think
right.
that's fine.
That's right. It's okay to have clear thoughts, a new year, a better way of thinking. It's okay to continue to do what you did in 2024,
Absolutely.
long as there's a transition.
Yeah, just continue to work, but have vision, have dreams, have hopes, and do things better. It's a lot of things that we can change, a lot of things that we can't, but there are things that we can do to make our lives sweeter.
That's right. I got that slogan this year for 2025. It says the things I can change, things I can change, I'm going to change.
Absolutely.
And the things that I cannot change, well, I just roll with it.
Well, I tell you what, it's good to see you all on Instagram, on Facebook Live, Twitter, LinkedIn. Those in the listening audience, we are so pleased to be back and glad that you had a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful holiday. But Mr. E, I want to find out from you. What day is it today?
Today is hump day.
We need a 2025 hump day. That was back in the
23.
Mr. E, you're going to give us a great big 2025.
Today is hump day. Yeah.
That's much better. It is hump day. It's the middle of the week. You all should be up and popping.
That's right. You should be up and popping. Once again, good morning to Miss Sheila Robbins. Thank you so very much for tuning in to the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world.
Absolutely. My beautiful friend. You all make sure you put your name up on our chat. We want to shout you out.
That's right. That's right.
But Mr. E, this is our FYI Wednesday segment. What's under the hat? And today we're going to do a switcheroony because Monday we weren't able to be here, but it is FYI Radio Sports Talk segment.
That's right. It's FYI Radio Show Sports Talk brought to you by FYI and Miss Yolanda Hinton and Ed Everett. We want to say thank you so very, very much. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Are we ready for week 18? And talking about a week, Mr. E, we are the playoffs. We right there at the door.
That's right. Week 18 was the last week for regular football.
Absolutely.
So week 18, we're going right now into the wild cards, and we're going into the hunts, and we getting ready for the playoffs.
Absolutely. A lot going on in sports. I'm telling you, a lot of things happening. We have a little story before we get started on the numbers, Mr. E. We've got Coach Mayo.
That's right, Coach Mayo. We want to say bye-bye, Coach Mayo.
And why is that, and why so soon?
Well, Coach Mayo, he was the coach of the New England Patriots.
Yes.
The New England Patriots hired Gerard Mayo as the head coach last January the 17th. Less than a year, Robert Kraft expressed the optimism that exciting new chapter in the franchise championship filled the history. It turned out that only one chapter, as Mayo touched last one season, with the team announcing it was moving on shortly after 23-16 win over the Buffalo Bills. Mm-hmm. The Patriots finished with a 4-13.
Because I was going to ask you what went wrong. Okay, you just told me what went wrong.
With a 4-13 under Mayo. Kraft handpicked Mayo after Bill Belichick, the successor, after 24 seasons, cited that he knack for connecting with a young generation for players. He has a knack. He know how to deal with the young players and bring people together.
Okay.
Fearing he would lose Mayo to another team after he interviewed with Denver Broncos, Las Vegas Raiders, Philadelphia Eagles, Kraft wrote a successful language in Mayo contract while Mayo serving as a linebacker coach under Belichick. Not only was Mayo a linebacker coach under Bill Belichick, but he played linebacker for the New England
I
Patriots
figured that.
also.
Yes, yes.
But Kraft is now aborting those plans to
Mm.
move into a new direction.
Oh, wow.
He here look at why the decision was made. Here's looking at why the decision was made and what's in store for the Patriots this off season.
Now, I was just getting ready to ask this question. Why wasn't Mayo given more time? Less than a year, Mr. E. Why?
Well, the reason why Mayo wasn't given more time, Kraft had acknowledged that there would be growing pains in Mayo's first year, in part because he inherited one of the least talented rosters
Oh,
in the NFL. But the tolerance to live with those pains seems to lessen anything unravel over the final months of the season. The Patriots had an NFL latest bye, week 14, and hope was to build momentum ahead into the 2025. Instead, the team players was lower level urgency
mm.
in a 30-17 road loss to the Arizona Cardinals coming out of a bye, and then virtually not no showing 2 weeks, no show 2 weeks later in a 40-7 home loss to the Los Angeles Chargers,
Mm.
in which fans at barely half field stadium chanted "Fire Mayo."
Well, they wanted him to go.
They wanted to go
No.
because
Oh,
because
no.
you got to remember, they have what, 6 Super Bowl rings, top of the line pick. They had
Yes.
6 Super Bowl rings, and they've been on the winning squad for a long time until
Until
Mayo came
Mayo,
along.
well, maybe they, I was going to say give him another chance, but if the fans don't want him, hey, it's time to go. Well,
Well,
where's he going?
the thing
What's
about
the
it
next
is,
move for him?
folks did not say what Mayo next move for him is, and how much of I don't know where Mayo may be
Mhm,
going. I know
mhm.
he don't have to go to Dallas Cowboys.
You all get him. You say, I don't know. I don't know. Well, I tell you what, Mayo, we wish you the best. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose.
Sometimes you man, yeah. Sometimes
But
you.
we're sorry to hear that. But I was just surprised at the story. He didn't have he had less than a year,
That's
and
right.
he didn't cut the
He
mustard, as
didn't.
they say. 4 wins and how many losses?
13 lost.
Woo, Mayo.
Well, they was looking at Mayo because Mayo was he know how to rally the troops together.
I
He
understand.
he was an amp man. He know how to hype them up and get them ready to go. But the performance,
Listen, should he take all of the blame?
no, he shouldn't take all the blame because there's all the team players, there's all the offense and defense, there's other coaches that are part of him. But somewhere down the line, the players did not perform up to expectation.
I tell you what, it's going to be a whole lot of shaking going on because he's not the only one that's going to be going.
Well, that's
Um,
that's right. He's not the only
that's
one.
right.
Mike McCarthy for the Dallas Cowboys, they got him on the back burner trying to figure out what we gonna do about him.
Yes, but I tell you what, let's go over week 18 because to me it was fabulous games. They were on Sunday. I know those Sunday games, Mr. E. They were playing hard. They had plenty of fights out there, and great, great team playing. It was just amazing. But let's start off with that Friday. Is it Thursday or
That's
that
Saturday.
Friday?
Let's start off with
The
that
Saturday
Saturday.
game.
Yeah, let's look at that Saturday game, January the 4th game. Look at the Cleveland Browns played
Oh,
against
wow.
the Baltimore Ravens, and the score was 34-10.
35-10. Did they think they really would? Well, the Browns,
The
the
Browns.
Browns, did they really?
That was a
really
three.
think?
They had a 3-14
That's
record.
what I'm talking about. Worse than the Patriots.
And folks wasn't looking for the Browns to beat the Ravens, who had a 12-5.
They better not have beaten the Ravens.
Lord have mercy. If they had had they had to beat the Ravens, I would put my uniform on.
Ooh, let's go with the Bengals and the Steelers. You know the Bengals, Mr. E. Their season was it six? Was it nine?
9-6.
I'm surprised they got there.
9-8.
I'm surprised they got 9-8,
Yeah.
but they beat the Steelers, who really had a good run this season.
That's right. The Steelers, they're still a wild card. So the Steelers had a 10-7. Wilson did a wonderful job. It was a little slow getting off. So the Steelers played against the Cincinnati Bengals, and the Bengals didn't make it. Barrow couldn't bring them through. So the Bengals are not going to play to the big to the big dance, but the Steelers are in there. They're in the wild card hunt. So the Bengals lost.
Yeah.
They beat the Steelers 19-17.
Amazing. The Panthers and Falcons. How come that was a high scoring game, Mr. E?
And the Panthers beat the Atlanta Falcons.
I know that.
I mean, this is on Sunday, and the Atlanta Falcons are 8-9, and the Panthers are 5-12. Who would ever thought the Carolina Panthers would beat the Atlanta Falcons? But they came through 44-38.
Uh-oh. Dun, 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 dun. I look down on the paper and Mr. E, I see your team, your boys, them boys, they didn't come through. The Commodores just pounced
the Commanders.
Why did I want to say the Commanders?
Because that's my high school team.
The Commanders jumped the Cowboys. Listen, Mr. E, you all could have won that game. It was close.
We could have won that game, but you got to remember that, Michael Parsons, he's out there, and then the quarterback for the Commanders, the second string quarterback. We put Trey Lance in the game, and Trey Lance was doing a wonderful game, was doing a wonderful job. But then when the Commanders put their quarterback in there, they did a play, Miss Hinton, that fooled even the cameraman.
Tell us about it.
They fooled even the cameraman when they did a quarterback bootleg. I mean, they did a quarterback bootleg, which made the Commanders to win 23-19.
Absolutely.
That quarterback bootleg, Miss Hinton, fooled everybody.
It was crazy.
I mean, the handoff was so magical. So you thought that the running back had the ball and gone. So everybody, and then you got Michael Parsons. Michael Parsons, he got you, boy. They got you. You stand up looking like a statue, saying, "Which way do I go?
Why do they do that? Why do them boys sometimes do that? Dak used to do that too. They just like get lost.
Well, because they was looking for key players to make key points. They was looking for key players to, they should have caught that. They should have made it. They should have stopped that. Michael Parsons should have lit him up, should have stopped it, and they should have went as long as they went. I don't blame. And then they turn around and they want to say Jerry Jones is the reason. Jerry Jones owned the team, he can do whatever he wants to do. That coach that they had and the players trying to tell the coach what to do.
Well, the question is, Mr. E, are they going home?
We going home. I stopped at the store the other day and picked up a box of batteries.
I mean, you all are going home. It's a shame, but I mean, you tried it. It wasn't too bad. You got 7-10 for the season, but that wasn't good enough.
That wasn't good enough. And we came in third place in the division. So the Commanders came in second place and Philadelphia came in first place. So that's in our division.
Well,
so,
what you do?
Yeah, which we say hats off to them.
Well, the Commanders did good this year. Magic, you made the right move, went over and helped them out. The boys, the Commodores, what I keep saying, Commodores, the Commanders are doing their thing. Let's see what they do next. No, let's see where they go next, Miss Lee. What do you think?
You got that song in your mind for the Cowboys. Sail on. The Commodores sung that song. Sail on.
Mr. E, let's go to the Bears and the Packers. Now, I'm just a little bit disappointed. I love you, Bears. Y'all good. Y'all, you're not that good. I'll put it like that. But how did you beat the Packers?
Well, the Carolina Panthers, the Green Bay Packers, Green Bay Packers are a good team.
I know.
I got to give it to the cheesehead. They took the cheese off the head this year.
And they almost won that game, too.
That's right. They almost ain't good enough for in horseshoes.
Tell it.
But you wasn't looking for the Chicago Bears to pull a rabbit out of their hat like that, because Bears, it's time for them to go in hibernation. So the Green Bay Packers, they decided that, hey, look, we should have won it. We could have won it. And with 11-6, they said, well, why hurt ourselves when we're already in the playoffs?
Oh, okay.
Well, see what they did this Sunday, this past Sunday, they put the second and the third strings in there. And allowed them to play.
And that's why they lost.
They didn't put no starters in there, and so the starters were on the bench, walking around up and down the field, watching the second and third string people play.
Whoa!
The Tennessee Titans, they beat the Tennessee Titans, lost.
The Tennessee Titans were going to lose anyway with a season of 3-14.
When you started looking at all these seasons, these are all professional football players, and all these professional football players should have greater records than they have.
I'm surprised at the Titans. I'm gonna tell you that right now, Mr. E. They didn't do squat.
Well, but squat.
What squad?
That's all
what
they
about
did.
The Jaguars.
Well, the Jacksonville Jaguars is 4-13. They was looking good. They did the score for that was 24-26. They lost by 3 points.
Yeah, that was close as well.
They lost to a good team, the Colts. The Colts got an 8-9, and they on the way. They home too. They home. But this team was won in overtime.
Absolutely.
Then the Buffalo Bills played against the New England Patriots, and guess what? Mayo, you won a game. You won one game. You beat a top-notch game. You beat a top-notch team. You beat the New Orleans. You beat the Buffalo Bills, and the score was 23-16.
They were happy.
The Patriots were the 4-13, and the Bills was a 13-4.
Yeah.
Hey,
the Patriots was happy that they got that win.
They in the playoff though.
And who's in the playoff? The Bills are in the playoff.
The Bills are in the playoff. Yeah.
All right.
Then the Philadelphia Eagles played against the New York Giants, and guess what? Nobody would never expect the Giants to do anything.
Oh, that's cold, Mr.
They wrestled last year for last place, so against the Commanders. Now they wrestle against the last place with the Cowboys. So listen, look like the New York Giants love to be on the bottom.
Going home as well. Make sure you get some batteries for them, Mr.
That's right. 3-14, and the score was the Eagles 20-13.
The Eagles better come through because they had a wonderful season.
That's right. And Tampa Bay Buccaneers played against the New England Saints, and the Saints are going home too.
That was a crazy game.
The Buccaneers going to be in the playoff 27-19.
Now this is where they was rumbling. They wanted to rumble a whole lot in this game. I was like, y'all don't have nothing to fight about. Both of y'all going home.
That's right.
Not the Buccaneers.
No, the Buccaneers not going home.
The Saints were going home. No
right.
wonder they were fighting so much.
Well, here's another one that, who would have ever expected that the Kansas City Chiefs did not score not one
point. What kind of mess was that?
The flea flicker.
I don't believe it.
The flea flicker and the magician was not there.
How do you get 15-2 for the season and then come out with not one touchdown, not even a field goal?
Not one touchdown because they put the little second strings in there, and so the Denver Broncos beat them 38-0.
They had to give the Broncos a little something.
That's right.
I'm disappointed. You all could have had a 16. You really could have had a won the whole season. They played, was it the Bengals? Who was that they played, Mr. E? And that was a surprise.
That's right. That's right. So when you turn around and look at what the Chiefs are doing when they don't put the top-notch people in there, and they lose 38-0, so that says amazing. You better keep the people in there.
Chargers and the Raiders.
And then turn around and look at the Chargers and the Raiders of 34-20. And the Seattle Seahawks.
Wait a minute, don't go past that yet, because the Raiders.
Now the Raiders. That ain't worth talking about, so don't even go there.
You know the Raiders.
I know who
you know that's a Raider fan.
I was looking for Cedric Bailey to get. I'm gonna call his name. I was looking for Cedric Bailey to give me a call, but guess what? He did not call me. He always called me and said, "Ed, I just want to tell you that the Cowboys, because he used to be the
I
Cowboys
know.
commentator.
I
That
know.
the Cowboys is not doing too good. He jumped ship on the
And
Cowboys
went to the Raiders.
and went to the Raiders, and the Raiders, they couldn't even beat the 5 out of 5 house.
Well, tell him, get him some batteries too. They're gonna be sitting on the couch.
That's right.
Looking
That's
at
right.
TV.
And then the Miami Dolphins played against the New York Jets, and Aaron Rodgers came through.
I know he was happy, but still, the Dolphins and the Jets. Well, the Dolphins has done a little bit better than the Jets, but the Jets, you going home
They
too.
going home. Aaron going home. Aaron going home.
Aaron, you got to step up.
And then the Arizona Cardinals played against them 49ers. And I got some friends in Texas. They talk about them 49ers like crazy.
I know.
And then they found out that the 49ers lost. And they're not going to the playoff. They're not even in the hunt. They going home. So they lost to the Arizona Cardinals 47-24.
Amazing. Well, the Vikings and the Lions played, and the Vikings, I have family who love the Vikings. I was hoping that they would win, but they did good this season, 14-3. But they played the Lions, who won 31-9. 15-2 is their season. Well, they did pretty decent.
That's right. They did a wonderful job. So a hats off to the Minnesota Vikings and also to the Detroit Lions. Well, Miss Hinton, this Sunday, this Saturday, and this Sunday is the wild card playoff.
Ooh,
that's right.
Tell us about that.
Saturday, the Chargers will be playing against the Houston, Tennessee Titans. The Texas. The Chargers will be playing against the Texans. The Steelers going to be playing against the Baltimore Ravens.
Oh, wow.
That's on Saturday.
Okay.
And then on Sunday, the Denver Broncos will play against the Buffalo Bills. The Eagles will play against the Green Bay Packers.
Amazing.
And the Commanders will be playing against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And the Vikings will be playing against the Rams.
So we're going to be looking at these games because they are going to determine who's in the playoffs?
Who's gonna go? And then they go into the divisional rivals, and then you're going into the playoff.
Wow.
So this game, I just want your prediction, Ms. Hinton. We got about 4 minutes before we let you go. The Chargers plays against the Houston Texans. Who are you gonna win?
I don't even want to predict on them because I'm not a fan of. Let's say the Texans.
Okay.
Just
how about the Steelers against Baltimore?
Oh my God. I love the Ravens. I have to go with the Ravens.
So you going with Baltimore?
Yes.
Okay. So how about Denver Broncos and the Buffalo Bills?
I like the Bills.
Okay. So the Green Bay Packers against the Philadelphia Eagles.
All right, Mr. E. Okay, let's go. You know who I'm going with, Philadelphia.
Okay. How about the Commanders against Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
Tampa Bay. Well, I'm going to go with the Commanders because they have come through this season.
I don't really like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but anybody playing against the Commanders,
I know what you're going to say. Absolutely.
Right. So my predictions are that the Chargers going to win, the Ravens going to win, the Bills going to win against Denver Broncos, the Eagles going to beat the Green Bay Packers, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers going to beat the Commanders, and the Vikings playing against the Rams, and I'm going against the Vikings. I'm going to make sure the Vikings going to beat.
Oh, right now. Well, I tell you what, that sounds mighty, mighty good. We are looking forward to each step going toward the Super Bowl. Mr. E, who you think going to the Super Bowl? What two teams?
Well, Miss Hinton, I know the Chiefs are not going. Since everybody looking for the Chiefs to go. I know the Chiefs are not going, so I'm going to pull a rabbit out of my hat and put some new blood in there.
Okay.
I'm going to say either the Detroit Lions or the Minnesota Vikings going to be in the playoffs for the NFC.
Okay.
And then for the AFC, I'm going to say the Baltimore Ravens going to be in the Super Bowl. Kansas City Chiefs are not going this time.
Mr. E said it. But I tell you what, we're going to look at it and we're going to report to you. In the meantime, look, we want you to join us Friday. We are still doing our giveaways for the holidays. We have some giveaways for you all on our fun Friday 2025 Happy New Year's show.
That's right.
In the meantime, you all stay blessed. And look, we got some upcoming shows. We have Miss Cynthia Tyler. She's going to be on this year in January. And we're going to have some Valentine's Day, Black History Month segments, as well as some other things that are coming up on FYI Radio Show. Look, be blessed. Look, check us out this evening. This is not Monday, though.
No, it's not Monday.
I'll tell you what, we'll see you on Fun Friday. God bless you.
You've been on vacation for such a long time.
I have.
And so now you don't remember what day it may be. Welcome back. For the past 30 minutes, you've been listening to the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. That's FY Radio Show with your host, Miss Yolanda Hinton. I'm Ed Everett, the co-host. And for more information and sponsorship, or if you want to be on our show, just give us a call at 757-714-7861, or you can email us at FYIRadiosHowLive@gmail.com, or you can inbox us at FYI Radio Show or FYI Radio Show page, or Yolanda Hinton page, or Edward Evans Facebook page, and guess what? We'll get back with you. If you like to be in our audience, inbox us your email, and we'll give you an email shout out and let you know what day you can be in our audience by going to FYI Radio Show Live@gmail.com. Don't forget to have a wonderful, wonderful home day. Bye now.
Ooh, so I'm back. Let's see, I thought it was Monday. I was going to tell them to look at our recap, but there is no recap for today for FYI Sports Talk. But please join us on Friday. We are going to have a great show, and we're going to have some giveaways. Yes, we still have giveaways, and we want you to join us then. Mr. E, I want folk to remember to go visit the sponsors, Bulvic Academy, BULVIC Academy, and beardgods.com, BEARDGODZ. Don't forget the music. Make it all right. It's up there online wherever music is sold. Mr. E is going to tell you how you can be a special guest, internal sponsor with FYI Radio Show.
If you'd like to be a special guest, internal sponsor of the most talked about radio show, all you have to do is give us a call at 757-714-7861. That's 757-714-7861. Or you can email us at FYIRadiosHowLive@gmail.com.
Thank you, Sheila Robbins. Thank you, all of you all that have blessed us and been a part of what we're doing. We look forward to continue to serve you, and we're looking forward to seeing you back here on Friday. Be blessed. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.
Bye now. 2 up, 2 down. BA.
Rested, feeling good.